and welcome to Budgeting with Intention. In today's video, we'll be doing a mid-month check-in for the month of October. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're returning. I appreciate you joining me here today as I go through the budget. For those of you who are new or haven't been here in a while and forget, we are a family of 3 living on the east coast of Canada, and this channel is mainly just these sit-down videos where I go over our budget. So thank you again for helping me stay accountable and joining me today. Okay, so let's jump right in. If you watched the last video, you will have seen me fill in the October monthly bills and everything, and then also fill in my overview of all the stuff that's coming out in October. And today we're just going to go in and see how we're doing, make sure we're on track. Today is the 18th, and I'm just going to take my highlighter and just mark off the things that have already come out or have been paid. Insurance hasn't come out yet, but the loan has, and then our car has. Okay, so this is where we're at today. I like to do this just to help me visualize where we are in the month and, you know, what may need to be looked at if it doesn't come out. This insurance normally comes out on the 17th, but it hasn't come out yet, so I'll give it a couple more days, and next week, if it's still lingering in my account, I'll give the company a call and see what's happening. But without a view like this, I would not be able to stay on top of things quite as easily. So yeah, that's why I like doing the calendar view in addition to the worksheet. Okay, so coming over to the worksheet, I'll zoom you in so you can see better. And we're just gonna start filling in what we've spent. So rent, already taken out, of course, on the 1st, and that was $1,200. Subscriptions, I'm just going to leave blank for now and then tally it up at the end. They come out all throughout the month, so it's just easier to tally it up at the very end. Bank fees were $4. Let me get specific here. Okay, so $4. Internet was $1.90 and 24 cents. Insurance, like I just mentioned, hasn't come out yet, so we'll just wait and see what happens with that. And then cell phones haven't come out yet. We haven't gotten our electricity or water bills yet, so I'm not sure how much those will be. And then for speech, etc., that was speech therapy for my son, dentist appointments, and then also we're waiting on an occupational therapy assessment for my son as well. So altogether at this point we've spent, where's my little cheat sheet over here that has all my totals? So far, we've spent $161 here. I'm just gonna put in a temporary, I don't have a pencil with me right now, so I'm just gonna do this. 161. Yeah, so we still have the occupational therapy assessment, which is $125. So we are gonna go slightly over the $250, but we should get some of that back with insurance money, so it will all even out at the end of the year. And then that's it so far for our fixed expenses. Going into our debt repayment, we had both car payments come out of our account, so that was I wish it was 100 something. It was $339.18, and then our loan we paid $400 towards. So that totals, of course I don't have my calculator with me. I'm not going to worry about the totals today. I'm just going to worry about this column, and then at the end of the month I'll come back and do my totals. There's always at least one thing that I forget when I set up these videos. I try to be so careful, but anyway. Okay, so groceries we are not doing so well with. We are so far have spent $468.93. We did quite a big shop at the beginning of the month to restock a whole bunch of items all at once. And then also we had our Canadian Thanksgiving last weekend, so that involved the turkey and all the fixings and all the baking ingredients and things that go into that big meal. And then, yeah, those were some big shops. So luckily we have a freezer full of food that we can dip into for the rest of the month. So I don't anticipate us spending another $400 towards the end of the month. Hopefully it'll be closer to 200 or even 150. If we could get the rest of the month in for under 150, I would be very happy. But we'll have to see how it goes. Gas, so far we are right on track at 120. Shoot, I just realized I was doing this in permanent. Hold on a second. Let me keep my system going here. Don't want to mess myself up for the end of the month, because honestly, it doesn't take much to mess me up. Okay, so we'll do temporary here. Okay, post-it notes to the rescue. So groceries, as I said, were $4.68 and 93 cents. Gas, 120, and then we have another 2 weeks, which will be another 120 because we put in $60 each week. So we are right on track with that. We haven't spent anything for the pharmacy or household yet. Pocket money, we are up to $60.27. And that was a book from Amazon for my Kindle, and what else did I buy? Some supplies for Christmas gifts. I think I went out for coffee once or twice. Just little things, they all add up, and so far I've spent $60, so not so bad. We haven't had anything in our miscellaneous category yet. Eating out, we did spend money on, let me just check my notes over here. Yeah, we went out to 2 different restaurants, and in total it was $142.17. I shouldn't say never. I rarely put restaurants into my variable expenses budget, but I think I'm gonna have to start doing it, because even though we don't plan on eating out, there's always at least once a month where we're eating out. So far we've done it twice and definitely need to account for that in our budget going forward. Okay, so home improvement, we did spend some money on. What did we do? Let me check my notes. Okay, so home improvement was $39.51, and that was just to buy some what's the word I'm looking for? Materials to finish a cabinet that we've been working on. We got this cabinet. I'll stick a little picture in here so you can get a visual. We bought this cabinet last year. It was a very bright shade of green, did not match anything in our house. So we decided to repaint it with paint we already had. But when we painted it, the paint kind of bubbled up and just I don't know how to describe it. It just did not stick to the paint that was there already. So we ended up having to remove the paint, buy some stripper, the whole deal, get it back down to raw wood, which is where we're at now. And now that we see the raw wood, we really like it. So we're going to stain it slightly darker than it is, and then finish it with some proper poly finish. So anyway, the materials for the finishing were the $39.51. Yeah, wish us luck. Hopefully the finishing goes much more smoothly than the painting did. I am a very experienced DIYer. I have refinished and repainted a lot of different furniture pieces over the years, but this one, holy moly, I don't know what it was about the paint, but even when we went to strip it, the final layer of paint, of which there were many, there was green, and then this charcoal gray, light blue, yellow, white. Anyway, the bottom layer of the white paint, there was something about that. It wasn't reacting with the stripper at all. It did nothing. We tried. The first stripper didn't work. The second stripper didn't work. We went to the hardware store. They recommended us a different type of stripper. It didn't work. So eventually we just took the cabinet to my dad's place, and he used his power tools and sanded it all down for us. And now we're at the raw wood. So thank you, Dad. And fingers crossed that the final step goes well. So anyway, thank you for listening to my little rant and watching my little show and tell. Yeah, okay, so where are we at? Car maintenance. We haven't had any car maintenance done yet, but it is the end of October soon, and we need to switch our tires over to winter tires, and we always get the oil changed at the same time. So those things are coming up. I haven't made the appointment yet, so depending on scheduling, this might be an October expense or it could be a November expense, but I've put it here just in case it does end up being in this month. And I think that's it for the variable expenses so far. And then coming down into our sinking and savings funds, get my little post-it here. So far, we've had one payment of each of our TFSA and our RESP. So we are on track with those. And of course, we haven't put anything into our sinking funds yet, just because we were waiting till the end of the month to see how much money we had left over. So that is where we are so far. This fixed expenses are pretty much right on track. Debt repayment is exactly what we thought it would be. We're on track here. The only iffy part this month is going to be these variables, especially with the food expenses, the restaurant and the groceries. So we'll see how we end up. Luckily, we have that third paycheck this month to act as a buffer if anything goes really sideways. But so far, I'm pretty pleased with where we're at. Okay, I think that's it for the budget. Yeah, any fellow Canadians watching, I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving last weekend and that you're enjoying all the turkey leftovers if you had a turkey dinner. I know we certainly are. So thank you again for your company today. I really appreciate having you all here with me when I do these budget videos. It really feels like I have a whole bunch of accountability buddies cheering me on. If you want to support the channel, you can like or comment or subscribe. If you have a channel of your own, please let us know in the comments and I will go over and support your channel in the same ways. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I'm going to send you out with some video of some of the colors that we've been experiencing around here. It is the most beautiful time of year to be on the east coast of Canada. I mean, in my opinion, of course, just my opinion. But wherever you are, I hope you're having a wonderful day and we will see you next time. Bye.